Time can be ruthless, yet it creates masterpieces. Those faces that once captivated millions, where are they now? Is it the end or a resurgence full of charisma? Are you ready to face the truth behind the glamour? Comment 1. If you're impressed by the resilience of these legends. If you're still nostalgic for the past, leave 0. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to join us in uncovering these timeless legacies right now. Al Pacino is not merely a name on a list of stars. He is an artistic ideology, a powerful magnetic force that reshaped the very landscape of world cinema. There was an era when his mere presence stood as a declaration of raw, primal intensity. With eyes that seemed to hold an entire brooding universe and a voice carrying the weight of prophecy, Pacino transformed every frame into a sanctuary of emotion. He did not captivate audiences through superficial standards of beauty, but through an unfiltered, overwhelming force, one that burned away the boundaries between fiction and reality, turning each role into an immortal soul etched deep within the human psyche. Now, as he enters the 8th chapter of the human journey, the once razor-sharp image of the king has evolved into a beauty that is calmer, deeper, and more compassionate. The legendary black hair has been touched by the mist of wisdom, and the sharp edges of youth have been softened by time into fertile layers of lived experience. Pacino chose not to rely on artificial interventions to cling to the ghosts of youth. Instead, he confronts the finiteness of human life with honesty and pride. Every line on his face is a symbolic map of extraordinary transformations, recording moments of ultimate glory as well as the quiet bitterness that comes with true maturity. Even as his steps slow under the weight of passing years, the spirit of a wild beast still burns fiercely in eyes that have never known surrender. He stands as living proof of a supreme truth. The stature of a legend is not found in the reflection of a magic mirror, but in the eternal resonance and priceless legacy they leave within the flow of humanity. Al Pacino does not age in the ordinary sense. He is becoming something timeless, where time itself serves only as a catalyst, intensifying his presence into something richer, deeper, and more powerful than ever before. Helen Mirren stands as a living testament to how one can reign on the throne of confidence without relying on borrowed crowns. From her very first steps into the realm of art, she carried a quiet majesty, a pride that never needed to announce itself. Whether portraying a powerful queen or a complex modern woman, Mirren has always preserved an unshakable identity amid the turbulent currents of Hollywood trends. Her youthful beauty once bloomed like a radiant rose, but it is her brilliance at 79 that truly marks the pinnacle of a masterpiece. She embraces the changes of her body the way one welcomes a new season, openly, honestly, and with pride. Her radiant platinum hair and the marks of time upon her skin are not obstacles but medals earned through lived experience. Mirren has openly rejected the illusions of cosmetic surgery, choosing to age as a natural and inevitable truth, becoming a beacon for those seeking their authentic self-worth. Her career continues to flourish like a field of flowers in the heart of winter, proving that wisdom and dignity are the most exquisite adornments of all. Helen Mirren has taught us that beauty is not a battle against time, but a magnificent harmony with it. If there is anyone who embodies elegance and endurance, it is Judi Dench, the uncrowned queen of the world stage. For more than 6 decades, she has stood firm as a pillar of intellect and quiet authority. With expressive, knowing eyes and a remarkably composed presence, she has guided audiences through a vast emotional spectrum, from the depths of Shakespearean theater to high-stakes global espionage. At 89, she faces the limitations of the body with a steely spirit and an inexhaustible sense of humor. The auburn hair of her younger years has now turned into pure silver, gently framing the expressive face of a woman who has lived every moment to its fullest. The marks of time on her face are not wrinkles. They are lines of text recording a life devoted to art. Though her eyesight may have faded, the vision of her soul has never been clearer. She does not cling to the past for comfort. Instead, she uses the present to build a legacy that transcends time. Judi Dench is not merely an actress, she is a symbol of authenticity and extraordinary inner strength. Her journey reminds us that greatness never diminishes with age. It simply transforms into a more refined, deeper, and everlasting form of energy. Robert De Niro does not merely act. He carves a portrait of humanity into the flow of cinema with the razor-sharp cuts of his talent. If there is a figure who embodies steadfastness and inner strength, it is he. From the darkest corners of the human psyche to the highest peaks of glory, De Niro has traversed it all with remarkable composure. In his youth, his face was a palette of intense emotions, where a single furrowed brow could unleash an earthquake across the big screen. Now, as he enters the twilight of his career, De Niro's appearance resembles a range of granite mountains shaped by countless storms. The wrinkles have not weakened him. They have only amplified the authority of a master. He needs neither ornate words nor cosmetic reinventions to command an audience. De Niro's presence in his 80s stands as a declaration. True stature lies not in appearance, but in the stillness of the soul. Though his hair has thinned and his steps now carry the breath of time, his eyes still hold a blazing fire, one fueled by discipline and absolute dedication. He has not merely lived through eras, he has helped shape them, turning aging itself into a rite of reverence and enduring greatness. If cinema were a sky, Meryl Streep would be the star capable of changing colors with every shade of human emotion. She is the ultimate symbol of boundless versatility, a true chameleon of the seventh art. From her earliest days, Streep captivated the world with a beauty that defied Hollywood's rigid standards. It is a beauty born of intellect and profound empathy for every life she inhabits. She has taught us that true allure does not reside in flawless skin, but in the ability to forge a deep, soulful connection from one human being to another. Now, as time comes knocking, Meryl Streep welcomes it like a trusted old friend. She does not conceal the marks of passing years. Instead, she uses them as new material to enrich her performances. Every line around her laughing eyes bears witness to the thousands of lives she has lived on screen. For Streep, aging is not a loss, but an accumulation of depth and dignity. She continues to shine on the red carpet with effortless grace, defying every age-related stereotype in the entertainment industry. Meryl Streep proves that when a woman lives with complete authenticity and passion, time cannot diminish her, it can only elevate her into a timeless monument of inspiration for generations to come. Does the journey of the ageless woman Meryl Streep move your heart with the power of intellect and inner strength? How do you feel about a legend who has turned the marks of time into medals of pride? Leave a comment with the number 2. If you are completely captivated by her authenticity and extraordinary legacy. If you have a different perspective or don't feel truly impressed, leave the number 5. Don't forget to hit like to honor true artistic values and subscribe now so you won't miss our upcoming journeys uncovering the next legends. Your engagement is the driving force that keeps us exploring these immortal souls. In the 1990s, Geena Davis was not merely an actress. She was the embodiment of elegance with a sharp intellect hidden behind a radiant exterior. From iconic films to roles that warmed the hearts of millions, her presence once served as a guarantee of boundless appeal. Yet in the capital of illusions, time is always a relentless judge. As wrinkles began to trace the stories of reality across her face, the outside world sometimes responded with unforgiving harshness. In 2021, when candid images of her everyday life surfaced, the public was stunned by an appearance stripped of all artificial glamour. Gone were the silks and layers of carefully crafted makeup. Geena Davis chose the beauty of ease and authenticity. She no longer fought against the laws of nature, but transformed them into a new source of energy. Rather than clinging to a spotlight that had already dimmed, she built an empire of equality, using her voice to shape a legacy for future generations. She proved that a woman's value does not lie in preserving an ageless face, but in the power to define who she is amid life's endless changes. Christopher Walken is not an actor in the conventional sense. He is a surreal entity, a singular vibration carrying the frequency of distant stars that somehow wandered into the capital of cinema. In a world crowded with rigid archetypes, Walken emerges as a wizard of eccentricity, one who commands rhythm not only through words, but through spellbinding silences and eyes that seem to hold an entire spectral realm. In his 80s, when most seek refuge behind artificial masks to cling to illusion, he instead chooses to lay bare the raw truth of time with defiant confidence and effortless ease. His silver-white hair resembles a veil of mist draped over a sacred mountain, concealing a mind that has seen through the rise and fall of the human condition. He does not regard the marks of time as decay. He sees them as intricate carvings on a masterpiece entering its most complete phase. His presence in contemporary cinema is not merely performance, but a testament to the power of an enduring self. Walken has transformed aging into a solemn, majestic ritual, where every measured step carries the weight of countless cinematic legends. He stands as living proof of a supreme truth. Authenticity is the only elixir of immortality that can save an artist from the ruthless cycle of vanity and obsolescence. The passage of time may blur physical features, but it only sharpens his magnificent aura, transforming him into an unchanging presence, a radiant, haunting light etched deep into the collective memory of generations to come. Christopher Walken does not grow old. He simply becomes more eternal. Henry Cavill was once seen as nature's most flawless design, a being endowed with the power of gods stepping out of myth to reign at the pinnacle of the film industry. His name became inseparable from images of invincible warriors where every muscle was carved by iron discipline and a commanding presence that eclipsed reality itself. Yet as time begins to etch its first marks upon that radiant form, what we witness is not decline, but a magnificent evolution of character and presence. The silver strands at his temples glimmer like flashes of wisdom, insignias of a soul that has endured the most demanding inner expeditions to reach a state of profound calm. Rather than racing against the ghost of youth or hiding behind borrowed glory, Cavill chooses to walk alongside destiny, transforming the fierce masculinity of his younger years into a philosophy of endurance and depth. His presence now carries the weight of a legendary blade forged in red fire and tempered by the waters of maturity, no longer ostentatious yet undeniably commanding. He has transformed from a childhood dream of a superhero into a symbol of authenticity and enduring dignity. Cavill stands as a powerful affirmation that a man's highest form of beauty does not lie in the unchanging nature of his skin, but in the courage to embrace the cracks of reality and shine with serene confidence. He is not merely aging, He is completing the portrait of a living legend where maturity is honored as one of the most sacred rites of the human journey. And that concludes our list of the stars whose transformations have been the most shocking up to 2025. Time truly is a kind of magic, yet also incredibly unforgiving, isn't it? Among the faces we've just seen who surprised you the most or made you feel the most nostalgic, share your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss together. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming then and now journeys. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next videos.